Don't want to get copyrighted that quick. Alright. Now this right here truly is the calm before the storm. Or the calm before the extra calm, depending on who all shows up. Celebi called. They want apple sauce flidley pre-bathroom can do will do done. I lost years of my life reading that. Years off. Gunt, yeah. Susie, well, I can't argue there. That is hot. I literally watched this movie earlier and I still can't pronounce that worth the shit. Laugh at me, please. Anyway. For the record, I know I say this a lot, but really I do not know if Spider's going to be here for this one or not. But I am going to be talking about something he's familiar with a little bit later into our program. Something that I actually did not expect to be talking about tonight. But with that being said, oh yeah, read. Okay. Suicune is hot. Again, I watched the movie, or I guess that's just the thing Pokemon does to me, where I watch the media and then okay, yeah, so there was something else you wanted me to read. Never mind. Anyway. Suicune. Suicune. Yes, okay. Anyway. Suicune is hot. Yep, agree. Anyway. I don't know if Spider's going to be here for this one or not, in all honesty. Also, if I get in the chair, then you know why. Standing is always subject to change. With that being said, welcome to Wonder After Dark. The only show where I can turn a fucking mental crash out and turn it into comedic energy. Pokemon Forever is a 2001 Japanese anime. Also, this film involves time travel. Totally not overused. Totally. Also, is a 2001 Japanese anime film directed by, get ready for me to butcher names, Konohiku Yoyama, and based on the television series Pokemon. It is the fourth, a Japanese guy. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I bother, but anyway. It is the fourth official Pokemon film. It was released in Japan on July 7th, 2001, and of course came out in the US shortly thereafter. Anyway, the film was directed in Japan by a Japanese guy and written by another Japanese nigger. It stars the regular television cast of a bunch of names I'm not even going to try and pronounce. And the events of the film take place during the events of Pokemon Johto League Champions, which I haven't seen. Oops. Why, yes, this was created and produced at Pixar Animation Studios in Emeryville, California. The beautiful part of having the TV back there is that you never know what's going to be going on, but anyway. Anyway, the film's Japanese literal... Yep, there comes the me not being able to talk. Okay. The film's Japanese title, of course, translates to Pocket Monsters, the movie, Celebi, A Timeless Encounter. Stop yelling about TMNT Pikachu! Yeah. I would yell that tonight, but I'm a little eepy, and I kind of don't want to give everybody in this house a fucking heart attack this late, especially because everybody just went to bed like not even 30 minutes ago. Anyway, also, that counter on the... Minors, yeah. Also, that counter at the top of my screen is on 2 viewers. I have my theories as to who number 2 could be, but I'd rather not. Anyway, the film was produced... I seen a bunch of... Let me try that again. I seen a bunch of Steves at the store today. Hi, yeah. Okay, so I see the situation in Canada is completely different than the US. Because I went out earlier. Well, the Walmart I went to previously had plenty of Minecraft movie toys in general. As we know, I ended up grabbing the last Steve that they had. The Walmart I went to today, different one, didn't have anything. So... yeah, who knew this movie would actually be in hot demand? But anyway, the film, I should just let ChatGPT narrate these. Anyway, the film was... America can best be described in one word. Anyway, the film was produced by fuck. The film was produced by OLM Incorporated and was distributed by Toho. You know that Toho, Big Monster Man Toho, Silly Zilly, yeah, that Toho. Anyway. And it released in Japan July 7th, 2001. Interestingly, does not say the film's budget, but box office 4.8 million. Again, there's no budget listed. Godzilla 1998. Stay tuned. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of fish. Oh, fuck. Yep, anyway. Fun fact, Matthew Broderick cannot act to save his fucking life. Anyway, the English adaptation of the film was released on October 11th, 2002 in the US. Produced, of course, by 4Kids Entertainment. He can act in well, yes, Ferris Bueller and the Tale of... Okay, I have not seen that. And The Lion King. Okay, 3 out of 3 ain't bad. Anyway, the English I swear I used to know how to goddamn talk. I used to know how to talk. Let's just say, Peanut's Gone. The movie where he's a talking mouse with a sword. Yes, I know that movie. I just haven't seen it. Okay, anyway. The English adaptation of the film was released in the US on October 11th, 2002. Of course, in the US, produced by 4Kids Entertainment like the previous three films, but this time not released by Warner Bros. You see, Warner Bros. Was who put out Pokemon 1, 2, 3 in North America, but after the disappointing return of Pokemon 3, they sold the North American distribution rights. Pokemon Forever is my second favorite film. That's cool. Anyway, but yeah, following the disappointing box office and disappointing reviews of Pokemon 3, Warner Bros. Sold the distribution in the Pokemon series, I mean. Yeah, I figured. So this film, Pokemon Forever, was not distributed by Warner Bros. In the US, but was instead distributed by then Disney subsidiary Miramax Films. The score in Pokemon Forever, man, it's chef's kiss. Anyway, so yeah, this was the first to not be distributed by Warner Bros. And was also the first to be distributed by Miramax, which in turn would be distributed by Disney because Disney owned Miramax at the time. Anyway, and of course Miramax would put out the next few films. So Pokemon Forever, Heroes, Jirachi, and Deoxys were all put out by Miramax. Yeah. And of course the Discord. Oh, hey, Spider. Oh, hi, Mark. What the hell is Kool-Aid, or what the hell is hot Kool-Aid doing in my meat? Oh yeah, you can tell an AI picked that one out. But to answer your question, Spider, I don't know. Okay, oh. I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything. Down to the last minute details. Okay, anyway. The English dub of the film stars the regular English voice cast of Veronica Taylor, Eric Stewart, Rachel Lillis, and Maddie Blaustein, or Blaustein, I don't know how you say that. Maddie last name. Rachel Lillis, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Queen. Anyway. She died like a couple months ago. Yeah, I remember. You know, that does remind me. Akira Toriyama, I think that's how you talk about the twist ending. Now, let me finish this thought. Akira Toriyama, I think that's how you say his name, died last year. I remember my Boo Boo Bear was like very upset about that because he's into Dragon Ball. And you know, I wasn't, I don't mean this to sound rude, but I was like, I don't know anything about him. But even then, you know, I was like, oh, that's really bad. You know, rest in peace. See, I can be respect. Your Boo Boo Bear, Geo? Correct. That's who I'm referring to. But yeah, he's into Dragon Ball. He was upset when Toriyama, or I don't even know if I'm saying the guy's name correctly, but Japanese man who created Dragon Ball, he died last year, and I remember he was upset about that. Are you back together? No, I just said that because I care. He hasn't spoken to me in several weeks. I mean, oh God, here it comes. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. Maybe he's trying to move on. I don't know. Last I checked, or let me rephrase. Last I heard, he said he was trying to I was really about to say time to stalk him. Okay, I'll let that slide. That's at least funny. Normally I get a little pissy when you make jokes like that, but I'll let that one slide. Don't run it into the ground tonight. Anyway, what I was going to say. Also, yes, I really was about to say break a take, but let me rephrase. Last time I heard from him, he said he was trying to take a break. For how long, I don't know, but that's the last I heard. When he'll be back, I don't know. If you will forever shut up. If you'll ever hear from him again, I don't know, because you've been wanting to get back in touch with him. Yeah, just saying. I've kind of moved on from him. I miss him. Okay, fair. But, like, I'm just waiting for more of that. I guess it was the past. I mean, okay. I'll get back to Pokemon forever, but I can kind of see where you're coming from. Like, you seem kind of in the middle. Like, on the one hand, you seem to think it'd be nice to hear from him again, but on the other hand, kind of the past, so it makes sense what you're trying to say. Like, you, from what I interpret, you seem to be kind of in the middle. That's just how I see it. I guess if you want to know how Spider is, I do miss sharing art. I found him. And for all you know, you might get to share art with him again someday. He didn't rule anything out, so I'm just saying. He's expressed doubt, but he hasn't said explicit no. But his parents hate. I was talking about sharing art, my guy. I was talking about sharing art, my guy. When I said fair, okay. Anyway, but what the hell? I was sorry. No, it okay. Okay, but to conclude this before we get back to the movie, because I've already given too much information on this episode. Remember when this was about Pokemon? Me neither. Okay, but to conclude, Spider, James, whatever, he misses him and he wants to hear from him again. Not like, desperately, but just would be nice to catch up. So, yeah. He seems to miss him more than you do, is what I'm saying. Spider likes I mean, other than one argument about modern SpongeBob, which was kind of a funny argument looking back. Yeah, that he likes him. Looking back at it, that I don't have the screenshots unfortunately, but that conversation was just a certified eating popcorn moment. I was just metaphorically eating popcorn while the chaos unfolded. Spider likes Geo, correct? And I did read that. Unless there was something else you said that YouTube deleted, which seems to be a running gag on this show. Discord, okay. I thought James. I mean, read Discord. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I thought James was jealous of him. I mean, he liked him as a person. I should clarify. He liked him as a person. He could be. Okay, never. Too late. Already fucked up. You said don't. God damn it. Fuck, son of a bitch. God damn it. Fuck, 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 fuck. You spoke too soon, my prince of darkness. You spoke too soon. And you wonder why I have a crash out on this show as often as I do. But as a person, he does like him. I'd say they were pretty good friends. Okay, Discord, this time I shouldn't read. Got it. I will now. Don't know why aforementioned got auto-corrected that bad, but okay. Okay, there's the funny image, but I'm not showing it yet. Okay, but yeah. Back to Pokemon. I've said too much. Although color me impressed, it did not lead to an argument. I'm actually a little shocked. Hooray! Yippee! Anyway, the movie was directed by a Japanese bitch and another Japanese faggy waggy. Norman Grossfeld, the producer of the English adaptation of the film, said that the animation quality in the film was the finest yet from Oriental Light and Magic. Will I elaborate further? No, because I said too much. Exactly. Anyway, I'm actually a little disappointed that I didn't just put a hole in the floor, but anyway. But then again, I weigh nothing. uh, could you tell? How's your bum? I mean, it was hurting earlier, but so far it's fine. Though we're still keeping that chair on. How much do you weigh? Oh, like 100 something. I would go weigh myself, but it's all the way in the bathroom, and my dad's asleep, and I don't feel like, yeah. But like 100 something. Truth be told, probably in the low 100. Probably, I don't know. I probably weigh as much as that one creature from 28 years later. That's gonna be a fun June. Stay tuned. Anyway. I don't know if this show will be around in June 2025, but considering it somehow made it to February, anyway, the animators felt tremendous pressure that their adaptation, both in the writing and the casting, held up against this incredible achievement. Grossfeld says they adjusted the casting so that the guest characters did not sound too cartoony, and instead had a larger than life tone to fit in with the epic nature of the story and the craftsmanship of the animation. So anyway, welcome to the Criterion Closet. May, the 1 year anniversary of the Depression Saga. Don't remind me. Anyway, even though my brain forces me to be reminded, because even though it's been a while, the way my brain functions already, even before the whole situation, usually my brain says, hey, remember this cringy thing you did like 10 years ago? Yeah, that times 100. Ooh, 911 is the number you call when somebody needs help. The Great 911 Adventure. Stay tuned. Anyway, Jim Malone directed the English dub that was written by Michael Hagney. Hagney! Oh, hi, Mark. Age is just a number, so is 911. Exactly. Anyway. But what about that motherfucking reception? Well, the first three I just moved the wrong way, and there goes my bum. Fuck. Do the dewy pedo smile. Anyway. Hey, Copper. Do you, they not like us. Okay. You know, Chris Evans, Buzz Lightyear. Hey, Jesse, I heard you like him. Don't. Anyway. You know, Chris Evans. Hang on. You know, Chris Evans, but hey, Jesse, I heard were you going for a cupcake? Hey, Sylv, were you trying to dig my grave? Okay, anyway. This is certainly an episode, and I don't know if this one's going to go public. A select few I've made public, but I don't know if this one will. But anyway, the first three Pokemon. Oh, yeah, the reception. The first three Pokemon films, the first movie, 2003, were released outside Japan by It doesn't need to be noted. Anyway, again, the ones I have made public are not clean per se, but just tame in content, while the ones that are a bit raunchier, 0 to 50 and 4. Yeah, anyway. You know, this one has nothing to do with the fact I said too much information. It just has to do with how unorganized it is. But anyway, the distributed. Anyway, they were released outside Japan by Warner Bros., but the distribution rights to Pokemon Forever and Heroes were given to Miramax on April 2nd, 2002 by the Pokemon Company. Anal After Dark, yep. Miramax was rumored to have bought the rights for $1 million. Good evening, fellas. Who? I don't know who this is. This is not like some goofy bit of mine. I don't know who. I mean, good evening, whoever you are, but I don't know who you are. I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just don't know who this is. I mean, all I have to go off of is that profile pic and old school Dave. Well, welcome to Wonder After Dark, old school Dave. I was just talking about Pokemon Forever while my Agent of Madness makes me look bad for comedic effect. I'm OSD. Nice to meet ya. I assume that's short for something, but nice to meet you too. I assume you just happened across this show, because I don't recall knowing you or linking this to you, but enjoy your stay, if you wish to stay, but if not, no worries. We don't get many new people around here. Sometimes we do, but it happens far from often. Sorry if I seem a little shook up, I just gave too much information earlier. No, I won't elaborate. Will not. Cannot, will not, done. But yeah, nice to meet you too. Back to what I was saying. Harvey Weinstein stated that Miramax could reinvigorate the Pokemon franchise and that Pokemon Forever would be released in October. Well, released in October, he was right about. Reinvigorate, not so sure about in terms of box office. Anyway, Pokemon Forever was quite successful in Japan. Miramax, the only company that exists but also doesn't exist. Actually, I forget that Miramax is even still an active company, not gonna lie. Like, just dead ass. Like, I forget, honestly. Like, they still exist and they still put out movies and they still produce movies, but you tell me the last time you recall hearing from Miramax. I mean, their lead guy is was. Obviously, Harvey Weinstein doesn't work there anymore. In fact, he hasn't worked there since the early 2000s, but you're not wrong. Anyway, Pokemon Forever was quite successful in Japan, where it grossed 39 million US dollars. Don't know how much that would be in yen, but 39 million US. The revenue of the films in the United States, however, F sickos. Agree. You seem chill, honestly. First impressions are key, and so far you seem pretty chill. Sorry if I seem kind of weary. Stuff. Anyway, the revenue of the films in the United States had fallen from 85.7 million from the first movie to 17 million for the third movie. In the United States, the film had a limited release. Talk about Pikachu in this movie. I'm getting there. The film in the United States had a limited release. Sorry, just changing the channel here. Only opening in 249 theaters. Comparatively, the previous film had opened in 2,645 theaters. Quite the difference. Anyway, the film had a 58-day theatrical run ending on December 5th, 2002. Much like the next film in the series, which we'll cover on another occasion, it was much more successful when it released on video and DVD. I mean, I think that applies to a lot of movies, though. Like, just a lot. Like, I don't know why I just did that as if I didn't just put the phone in my hand. But, yeah. Sorry. Celebi is your child. Perhaps. Just perhaps. But anyway, what I was saying. But yeah, it was much more successful when it released on video and DVD. So, yeah. On video and DVD, it was more successful. And then, okay. Pokemon Forever. Sorry for all the long pauses. I swear this show is not usually filled with this many long pauses. But anyway. Pokemon Forever received generally negative reviews from television critics. You know, the theatrical long pauses too. And how funny is that? You said that 32 minutes in. Anyway. Okay, but the film received generally negative reviews. Some critics called the film predictable and disappointing, while others stated that viewers won't be disappointed. 32 minutes too? Anyway. The film received just a 14% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with 32 of a total 37 reviews being determined as negative. Mewtwo. I just spit. Anyway, the lowest of the Pokemon film series, with the consensus rating, or with the consensus reading, did we review Mewtwo Return? I think we did. I can't remember for certain, but I think we did. Again, we're coming up on 300. Of course I'm going to forget after a while, but anyway. Alright, with the consensus reading, only for die-hard Pokemon fans, it received a rating of 25 out of 100. 0 to 50 and 4. There it is. Anyway. On Metacritic, I hope you got the room saved. I'll go back and get the link. But anyway, there we go. But anyway, with the consensus, oh, I already read that. I'm tired. Anyway, on Metacritic, from 16 reviews, I cannot, critics don't understand Pokemon episode 4. More like I don't know how to speak English, episode 900. Anyway, in a review of the film, Dan Geyer, or Gear, of the Daily Herald, said that nothing feels more desperate than a movie that tries to extort emotions from young viewers. That happens in the animated Pokemon Forever, in which colorful characters stand around crying over the shriveling corpse of a magical creature called Celebi. What? Their words, not mine. The movie has emotional warmth of tinfoil, mainly because it never establishes connections. But it was a sad scene. Yeah, I know. Critics are stupid, which is why this show is the only one you should trust for film criticism. Oh my fucking god, I am losing brain cells. I've lost brain cells over the course of a year, and even this is doing me in. Although, if I have to pick between shit going south and bad film takes, I'll pick bad film takes. Your yellow Pulp Fiction shirt reminds me of Pika. I mean, a Pikachu, yes. But thank you for acknowledging the shirt. They've never seen the show. How can they say anything? Exactly. Just exactly. Oh yeah, totally random. Old school Dave. Should I know you from somewhere? I'm not saying that like rudely or suspiciously. I'm not like about to pull like accusations. I'm just, you seem like kind of vaguely familiar, like the way you're speaking, but you also don't seem like someone I know. Again, I'm not trying to like pull anything. But thank you for, I guess, complimenting the shirt. OSD is your loss. Yep, typical joke on this show. Okay, anyway. Dad. Okay, you definitely are fit for this show. Not the response I was expecting. Dad, too. Anyway. Okay. Okay, but yeah, you do seem kind of vaguely familiar with like your personality, but I also don't think I know you. It's kind of, I guess, deja vu. I don't know, but anyway. Tenley Woodman of the Boston Herald said that Fans Forever would be a more appropriate title for the film because Pokemon enthusiasts will likely be the only ones satisfied by, excuse me, the fourth big screen installment of this Japanimation craze, which that's a phrase. He added that the storyline is solid, so there's at least a compliment, with Pokemon's proxy fighter premise pieced together for first-time viewers. However, the film lacks the spark needed to make it a must-see flick. Okay, this is the last review I'm going to read, because I don't want to be reading reviews all night. You know, it feels nice to not be having an anal attack, but standing can do things to you. But anyway. Also, it's kind of chilly. Funny how it goes, you know, hot, cold, hot, cold. But anyway. Lauren King, I think that's how you say that, of the Chicago Tribune, gave the film a generally positive review, saying, The latest installment in the Pokemon canon is surprisingly less moldy and trite than the last two, likely because much of the Japanese anime is set in a scenic forest where the Pokemon graze in peace. Well, it's not entirely wrong about set in a forest, but anyway. The backdrop provides a welcome respite from the ear, critics, yep, critics indeed, eye and mind numbing Pokemon action, and the time travel plot, though less than inspired, is still tolerable enough for adults accompanying kids. New profile pic. Oh, yeah, that is a new profile pic. That's lovely. Profile pic 2. Anyway. Anyway. I'm cold. Okay. Alright. He added. Oh. The ending always makes me smile. Same here. Anyway. He added that, like most Pokemon tales, this one offers lots of exposition, but also, or exposition and clunky dot. We'll get to that though. Yeah, and clunky dialogue, but also counters the expected mayhem with a sweet-sided story about friendship and peaceful creatures who live far from the madding crowd. One sec. Okay. Thank you for giving me a second, because I do need to, like, catch my breath here. Whoops. Okay. I do need to catch my breath, so let me just catch my breath here. I guess I'll sit down for a minute. Oh, what's it say? Making vids ain't easy. You're not wrong. I guess while we wait for him to get back, you can introduce yourself. When I say introduce yourself, I don't mean like give a bunch of personal information. Far from it. But you can, I guess you can introduce yourself a bit more. You know. Again, you seem pretty chill. I almost forgot what I was going to search. Back. Welcome back. Okay. I was just taking a seat while you were... It's both hot and cold at the same time. Anyway. I make source filmmaker pics, yeah. Okay, anyway. I do this. And other oddities, but anyway. What I was saying. Alright. What about home video? Well, Pokemon Forever has actually had quite a few home video releases. Quite a few. Just quite a few. Okay. So it was first released on VHS and DVD in the US by Buena Vista Home Entertainment under the Miramax Home Entertainment banner. And then in Canada, it was released on March 18th by Alliance Atlantis, because Alliance was who was putting out the Miramax stuff in Canada. I have it on a 4-pack DVD with loads of special features. Us Americans never got a release like that. But anyway. But yeah, it was released in the US in 2003 by Buena Vista under the Miramax banner, and in Canada by Alliance. And for a while, that was pretty much it, until April 26th, 2011, when the DVD was reissued by Echo Bridge Home Entertainment. And then that same DVD was reissued October 7th, 2014 by Lionsgate Home Entertainment. And finally, September 22nd, 2020 was reissued one last time by Paramount Home Entertainment. So yeah, this movie has changed hands a few different times. Cock Entertainment too, yeah. So yeah, this movie has changed hands quite a few times. Anyway, here's my copy. This is actually the newest release from Paramount. So yeah. Because Paramount, and if you're wondering what Paramount has to do with this movie now, is their special features. That was a perfect segue into what I did want to bring up. So the original Buena Vista release and the Alliance release, I should add, both the American and Canadian, did have special features. But when Echo Bridge reissued in 2011, they removed all those features. And this does it come with the Pikachu short at least? Nope. Anyway, and this has become consistent. So Echo Bridge, just the movie. Lionsgate, just the movie. Paramount, just the movie. I don't know why. I don't know why. We need to talk about the Pikachu shorts sometime. Probably. Totally terrible. Agree. I mean, to be fair, though, the movie itself is in pretty good quality, but I do agree. At the very least, the short should have been included. I don't know why even leave it off, but whatever. But yeah, this... Yeah. And then inside, of course, very basic, hard to see on camera, but just the typical Paramount gray. I don't know why you need to specify feature film, because that's all that's on there, but... Okay. So, Pokemon Forever. I really enjoy this movie. Again, it's not my favorite of the bunch, but it is one that I find myself coming back to quite a bit. Quite a bit. It's really chilly in here, but anyway. Talk about the ending. Oh yeah, the ending. Also known as Cry Like a Little Bitch Simulator 2001. The twist, yeah. Oh yeah, the twist ending as well. I mean, the whole movie is Cry Like a Little Bitch Simulator, but the twist ending. The twist ending is very interesting, honestly. I know, for the record, I know that I say twist ending. Can you tell I'm tired? But, yeah. Clouds. Anyway, but... Okay, but what I was saying. Yeah, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but the twist ending is the revelation that Professor Oak is Sammy, Ash's younger self. On paper, that sounds completely ridiculous. In execution, it actually kind of works. It's actually a pretty cool twist. Although I feel like, yeah, Ash's younger self. Or, did I say young? Wait. What did I do? Did I make a mistake? You mean Oak's younger? Wait. Okay, no. I just read that verbatim, because... okay. Admittedly, it's my own dumbass Professor Oak. I know, let me finish. I know it's kind of my own dumbass fault for using Google, but literally what it says verbatim... No, what it says verbatim... Ash's younger self. That is literally what it says verbatim. Google fail. Yep. Okay, but Oak's younger self, I can't... Oopsie. Anyway, but that was loud. Anyway, but... Jesus Christ. Hope you're enjoying yourself, Dave. Because I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. Just hope you're enjoying this. Anyway, but it's a very cool twist, I should say. My head is on fire. Okay. Oh, and when Oak reveals that he has the drawing of Pikachu and Celebi still, yeah. What was the joke I made a minute ago? Cry like a little bitch simulator. This movie's really good at tugging your heartstrings, I must say. Really good. Just, yeah, this movie, if there was a competition for tugging at your heartstrings, this movie probably would be the winner. Or if not first place, at least second place. So yeah. Talk about Celebi's death. Oh yeah, probably the most emotional and how they return, yeah. I mean, to be fair though, Celebi does return, but part of me wishes, not to sound morbid, but part of me wishes that Celebi stayed dead because just the whole scene is just very sad, but in a good way. It's very emotional, but in a good way. But then the forest would die. Okay, well, you have a point there. Either way, it's a very beautiful scene. This whole movie is beautiful, in case you couldn't tell. Celebi is the forest guardian across time. Give me credit, it's after 3 p.m. My brain usually starts to clock out after 3. It's 11:52. Yes, I'm aware, but in general, my brain starts to clock out after the hour of 3 p.m. every day. Anyway. Okay, but, yeah. But yeah. Can I think of any negatives with the movie? Not really, no. But then again, no negatives might be a good thing. Actually, it's a great thing. Again, I can't really think of any negative aspects. Not saying that there should be any at all. It's just not that there's any I can think of. I was just turning off the Blu-ray player. Negative. It's not as emotional as the next movie. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, stay tuned. Okay. Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to add about the movie? Because I'm kind of bone dry on thoughts, right? Negative. It ended. Oh yeah, it ended. Plus, there is something. 10 out of 10. Yep. Agree. 10 out of 10. But I'm not done yet. Okay, so let's put this back on the shelf and let's shift gears to a topic that has nothing to do with it and is arguably even worse. Whoop. There we go. Okay, what you saying? On to Sonic 2. Close enough. Okay, so I'm sure we know what the Powerpuff Girls are, or what the Powerpuff Girls is. You know, highly beloved Cartoon Network show about, yeah, the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah. For those who don't know, a couple of years ago, a reboot aired on Cartoon Network, which was critically panned, but then it was canceled in favor of another reboot. This time, this reboot was a live action reboot. Or actually, not even really a reboot. It's really Powerpuff Girls Z. Nope, not what we're talking about. Anyway, not what we're talking about. Anyway, this reboot What? Well, actually, it's not even. I miss Courage. Courage is really good. I mean, I never watched a whole lot of Courage when I was a kid, but it's really good. But anyway, but excuse me, I never watched that. Oh. But anyway, but this reboot, actually, I say reboot, it's more of a sequel, but this series for Powerpuff Girls was going to be live action instead of animated, and it would have aired on the CW. You know, the CW, responsible for giving us at least 2 good DC shows and very little else. That might sound a little negative, but just so you know, I haven't seen most of the Arrowverse, and while I have seen a good amount of Flash and Arrow, I haven't seen all of them. CW too. Anyway, but yeah, the CW was producing a live action pilot called Powerpuff. Just Powerpuff. Anyway, Powerpuff would linger and languish in development hell for many years. It was supposed, but from what I understand, because I did have to look into it earlier, it started development, I think, around 2019, and then the pilot was developed in 2020 and was slated to air in 2021, but then was redeveloped in 2022, and then finally it was canceled in 2023 before it could even air. What about PPGZ? I didn't think you were still here, honestly. No, I'm not being rude, Spider. I just didn't think you were still here. I didn't think you were still here, but I haven't seen PPGZ, and I forget that that one exists. But anyway, but this reboot was going to be live action. Okay, I say reboot, but it's more of a... I wasn't. Well, you might want to stick around for this. Anyway, but... You might want to stick around for this. But anyway. But... This series was canceled by the CW in 2023. And it ultimately never made it to air. But various bits and bobs would surface over the years. First off, various set photos and promotional materials had come up. You know, those you can find pretty easily on Google. At one point, the script for the pilot episode leaked, which was just god-awful. Nice to meet ya, B. Nice to meet ya, B. Best possible abbreviation. Spider meets Sideshow Dave. Unless, of course, there was something else you wanted me to read. But if there is something else you wanted me to read, YouTube probably deleted it. But anyway, what I was saying. But Powerpuff was canceled by the CW in 2023. And then somebody, I don't know who, but somebody, I hate YouTube, same here. Somebody, I don't know who, but somebody leaked the trailer online today. Now, Wonder After Dark on Dailymotion. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show you that trailer because they've been taking down all the uploads of it. Excuse me. Again, I can't show you the trailer, so you'll have to make do. Oh, real quick, time for the funny image. Alright, real quick, time for the funny image. Bring me that booty. Bring me that booty. Bring me the booty. Bring me the booty. Booty. Cute pirate car. The One Piece is real. Okay, anyway. Fun fact, I've never seen an episode of One Piece a day in my life. Anyway. Big booty daddy. Okay, anyway. Back to Powerpuff, but... Big Papa Pump. Okay, anyway, back to Powerpuff, but... Yeah, earlier today, the trailer for this scrapped CW series leaked online. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show the trailer because they've been taking down. I never watched it. I don't blame you. Anyway, unfortunately, I cannot show you the trailer because they've been taking down all the uploads of it. But I did watch that trailer earlier. I have thoughts. Okay. Especially because now, I guess I should add a bit of context. It's a 3-minute, basically, sizzle reel. Although it's also kind of it's basically a recap of what I think was the first episode. Or the first couple of episodes. But anyway. What I was saying. It gives a good general rundown of what this show would have been like. Had it made it to air. But anyway. I guess I'll get the positives out of the way and then the negatives. So the positive, Powerpuff Girls live action master race. Someone's going to crucify you for that. But anyway, I guess I'll get the positives out of the way. I like the plot. Now, I have not seen a full episode. Also, LMFAO. Yep, funny. Okay. Now, I have not seen a full episode of the Powerpuff Girls. I should clarify. My knowledge of the show is super basic. Just the three girls, Mojo, Jojo. That's basically it. But anyway, and Professor Utonium. But anyway, I like the plot. Jesse likes the plot. Must be a witch. Anyway, what I was saying, the plot basically is the Powerpuff Girls are all grown up, and they return to Townsville years later to reconnect both with each other and with Professor Utonium. Season of the Witch. Stay tuned for October. We already covered that one, but okay. But yeah. I like the premise. I think as like a Powerpuff Ladies, that's basically what it was. That's basically what it was. But anyway, I like the premise. You know, as like a kind of sequel to the original show, I do like that. The plot at least has potential. I also like that Tom Kenny came back as the narrator. That's also a welcome return. I like Donald Faison as Professor Utonium, which I actually did not know he had anything to do with this. Sure, I do think at first it's like, oh, Donald Faison, but actually he plays the role nicely. Strength fluff ladies, the great. Anyway, but Donald Faison plays the role of Professor Utonium really well, I would say. Yeah, he's not one-to-one with his cartoon counterpart, but as a different take, I like what they were going for. He has the right energy. In fact, I think the girls themselves were also pretty well cast. Hot take, yeet. Okay, I'm still going to keep going without you, but anyway. Another positive is that it does still kind of have that campiness and that silliness. Now the negatives. Okay. I get this would have been... I'm glad this was canceled. I didn't even get to the negatives yet. So before you say, I'm glad this was canceled, bitch, I have the negatives, everything else. No, shut up and listen. Okay, the negatives. Okay. So, this would have been a more adult-oriented show. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Well, here's the problems with it. In order, and that's where it lost me. Let me finish. One of them is constantly worried about saving money and deals, and is always stressed. One, Powerpuff Girls are 5 years old. Well, yes, but in this show, they were grown women. Anyway, one of them is just gender this and gender that. And the third is an alcoholic. Constantly stressed, woke, alcoholic. In that order. Yeah. Anyway, the other thing I don't like is the villains. Instead of Mojo, or Mojo Jojo, I should say, instead of Mojo Jojo, everybody's favorite monkey, we have Mojo and JoJo. Yeah, this show would have made my friends scream good. Anyway, instead of Mojo Jojo, everybody's favorite monkey, we have Mojo and JoJo, who are just two regular everyday humans. Mojo and JoJo should be a crime. Oh no, what's even more of a crime is that Mojo and JoJo were just regular humans. Not monkeys, just humans. Not even furry humans in like monkey suits. Both equally a crime. Yeah, anyway. Another negative aspect is it feels that's bad, real bad. You think? Anyway, another negative aspect is it feels tonally confused. It's like you watch the trailer and it does kind of keep that like silliness and campiness like almost the whole way through. But then you get like the drinking and the adult subject matter and this line of dialogue, you know, a raging hate boner, that's the best kind of boner. And it's like, did you want this to be like edgy and raunchy, or did you want it to be silly and goofy? Because while I think you can achieve both nicely, this one feels like it can't make up its mind. Join us next time, a SpongeBob adaptation where Sheldon and Plankton are humans. Squidward needs to stop being so mean to everyone, okay? I mean, yeah. But anyway, but what I was saying, but I'm so tired. But anyway, ink lemonade. Thanks for the reminder of that. Okay, but anyway. A pal for Gary. Oh, mother of God. Anyway, but another negative aspect of this trait house fancy toenail. Oh, yeah, the toenail. The thing. Yep. Anyway, but here's the thing. Anyway, but another negative aspect of this trailer, not only do I feel like it's tonally confused, it doesn't know if it wants to be dark or silly. It kind of, okay, like, I'm trying to think how to, okay, like, it has the Powerpuff Girls feel for like the first like minute or so, but then the rest of it kind of just feels like a TV show about three former superheroes that just so happens to be about the Powerpuff Girls. I'm sure it makes sense what I'm conveying, and I think that is the biggest problem with it. As I say, I'm already lost on edgy Powerpuff Girls, but the human Mojo and JoJo makes me want to commit the video. Boy, yeah, anyway. But, same here. But, yeah, the biggest problem is, while it does have the PPG feel for the first, like, minute or so, it kind of starts to lose that in favor of just feeling like, oh, sounds like a soap opera with former... I mean, add the word sitcom before soap opera and you're pretty much right on. Like, just right on. But, yeah. Moral of the story, though. Soap opera, stay tuned. Oh, God. Okay, but yeah. But did I... Okay, maybe not like, because that would imply that it's good. What did I think now that we actually have a look at what this canceled show would have been like? Well, I think it had potential. And as I said, there are aspects that I do really like, such as, you know, the casting of Donald Faison as Professor Utonium, the premise of, you know, the Powerpuff Girls years later reuniting, reconnecting. I like that. But everything else, you know, from the edgier humor to the edgier subject matter to trying to both play into and downplay the silliness. My friend would hate this. Yeah, I can tell. But I don't even know anything about your friend. Axel, I'm sorry. Okay, now that I know his name. I don't even know anything about Axel, but I can just tell he would hate this. But anyway. But what I was saying. Oh, look, it's Floop. It's Floop from the hit film Spy Kids. By the way, I can't do it. I mean, I can kind of do it, but barely. Anyway, look, it's Floop. Okay, anyway, but I think it had potential. It could have been something good. You literally are doing it. Yeah, but I think the okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think okay, yeah, I did just get it, but you know, the two fingers are obviously more straight than that. Nah, you nailed it. Oh, okay. I'll go back and look. Is that a gang sign or something? Okay, so now I know you have not seen Spy Kids. I don't mean that. I don't. I don't mean that rudely. It's sorry. It's so sorry if that came off rude. I did not mean that to sound rude. Just I'm a little shocked that somebody who has stopped by on this show has not seen Spy Kids. Not that that's a bad thing. It's obviously not a bad thing if you haven't. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. But yeah. But I think the premise of Powerpuff had pretty solid potential. It could have worked. You know, as like a sequel revival show or companion to the original, it could have worked. But the edgier subject matter to the tonal inconsistency to trying to both downplay and play into the silliness, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious why the show would have been canned. With that being said, would I still watch it had it come out? Had this show actually made it to air on the CW, From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter, stay tuned. Yep, anyway. Had this show made it to air, even with how bad it is, would I still have watched it? Would I have still given it a chance? Honestly, yes, I would. I saw him the second or third outside my high school. Saw the clothes rack, car crash IRL. Ah. Anyway, damn. But yeah, damn. Okay, anyway. Okay, anyway, but okay, but I don't know why that got me, but anyway. Okay, but I think Butters. Well, damn. Okay, but would I still? I gotta go to bed soon. It's not even close to my bedtime, but I gotta go to bed soon. But anyway, but would I still have watched Powerpuff if it made it to air, even if it was this bad? I'm ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I would, even though it honestly looks like a dumpster fire. I probably would still watch it. I would not watch this show. Fair. It's just in my case, okay, I have two reasons why I would watch it, okay? My first reason is the word adaptation. As an adaptation of the source material, it's certainly creative. I'll give them that. Maybe not good, by far, but it's at least creative. If it were just like a straight up copy paste but real, well, then it wouldn't be anything to write home about. Now, would it? No. So that's my first reason. my second reason why I probably would have watched it if it came out is because I just love just trash, garbage TV. Like, as much as I love good movies and good shows, there's a lot of bad shows that I like. And this just seems like, like the kind of show where you turn it on and you're like, this is awful, but it's like a train wreck. You can't look away. This, to me, seems like that kind of show. Celebi crystal. Yeah. But this, to me, seems like that kind of show. It's like a train wreck. You can't look away. Sure, it would have been just doo-doo cheeks, but it at least would have been, in my opinion, entertaining doo-doo cheeks. I guess the next question, if the show did make it to air on the CW or any network, do I think it would have lasted long? Hard to say. I think being connected to an existing property, in this case the Powerpuff Girls, would have helped it succeed maybe a little bit, but I think the negative backlash would not have helped. I don't know. I think it would have run for it would have lasted 10 episodes. And that actually is a segue into the last thing I want to bring up. I think it would have made it 1 or 2 seasons. Two seasons tops. 2 tops, no more. Or a season and a half, I don't know. 1 season. Okay, you do you. I mean, that is the more realistic one, but anyway. And the last thing I do want to say, honestly, I can only see it being 1. Fair. The last thing I do want to say, and this is probably what I'm going to wrap up tonight's episode with, I do have a thought. How close was this show to actually making it to air? Because we have the script for the pilot episode, we have all these set photos and everything, and it was so close to happening. And the fact that we have a trailer, and in fact the trailer ends with coming soon. Now, how soon, we don't know, but I'd say quite close. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fact that we have a trailer for the show, albeit it never released officially, but, oh yeah, and the trailer coming soon, not, yeah. Oh, and the other thing, this trailer actually seems to be comprised of multiple episodes. Because I tried to piece it together as I was watching it. It seems a little long to be just 1 episode. It feels like what we're looking at is like the first 3 episodes. 2 or 3. So I'm now saying, like, okay, they must have produced a good amount of this show before canning it. I don't know if they would have produced like a full season, but they had to have at least gotten like 3 to 10 episodes produced before shelving it. And clearly it was really close to making it if a trailer was ready. Like, the CW was clearly ready to put this out to broadcast. Meaning the plug had to have been pulled pretty soon before release. Or pretty close to release, I should say. The CW for kids, yep. Which, knowing that, I find pretty fascinating. Because again, that means that we could have had this show on TV already, but they pulled the plug probably following the backlash. But again, I don't think we'll ever know. Or maybe the pandemic. Well, funny you say the pandemic, because, as I said earlier, the pilot was developed in 2009, or the pilot was developed in 2020, and I think it was also shot in 2020. and it was supposed to air in 2021, but then it was redeveloped in 2022. Now, I don't know if the leaked trailer reflects the 2020 or the 2022 version, but either way, there is a finished product looming around. Why do I think it was pulled? Depends on when it was. If the show would have bombed, agree. Anyway, all right, if this is, okay, I gotta finish this soon. Okay, if it aired in 2021, then I think it would have been pulled because of the pandemic. Because a lot of pandemic content was pulled indefinitely. Some have never even been released to this day. But if it was for the 2022 rewrite, meaning it would have aired in either 2023 or 2024, then I think it would have been pulled because of the backlash. And honestly, I think that might be the reason why it was shelved, ultimately, was because the backlash. I don't think it had anything to do with the content, or at least not directly. I don't think it had anything to do with the quality. I pull you, yep. I think it simply was the backlash. You know, when the script leaked online and the set photos, it got such negative feedback. And I think that just diminished the network's interest in ordering a full series. But not before producing enough of it. I guess the last question I'll ask before we sign off for tonight. Do I think the show could surface in some form or another, now that the trailer has surfaced online? I think in some form it could. Oh, for sure, yeah. It could surface online someday. There's a Spider-Man 4. Yeah, that's a good example. The Spider-Man 4 game leaked online. A canceled episode of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur leaked online. A deleted storyline for the recent show Win or Lose also leaked online. So it's very possible. But the question is, do I think Powerpuff could release officially or illegally? 50-50. 50-50. The trailer was obvious illegally. Yeah. I say 50-50. The trailer was leaked online illegally, unofficially, not endorsed by Warner Bros., Cartoon Network, the CW, anyone. So I think the show might surface illegally too. You had me at illegal. No comment. Just no comment for that. Anyway. Anyway. Okay. But do I think it could also get an official release? Newt Gunray. My lord. Is that legal? Anyway. But do I think it could also be released officially? Stranger things have happened. You know, while I do think it's more likely that Palps, I will make it legal. Yeah. Okay. Stranger things have happened. You know, tons of movies that nobody thought would release officially did. For all we know, that might happen with Powerpuff. I'm not saying it will, but it could be possible. He said Stranger Things again? No. Anyway. Stranger Things mentioned? No. Anyway. I mean, like I said, could I see... Okay. While I do think it just leaking online like the trailer did is far more likely, I do think it could get some type of official release. If there's enough interest corporate. Like, I could see them just dumping it on HBO Max. Hi, I'm Paul. Yeah, I could see them dumping it on HBO Max and calling it, like, Powerpuff The Lost Show or something. I could see that happening. But I think it could also just leak. But either way, I do think I can see it trauma dumping on me. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I do think it could leak online. I do think it could release officially. Either way, I don't think this leaked trailer is the last we'll see of it. Spider-Man Lotus, stay tuned. Oh god. Okay, but in conclusion, for that topic, it could have worked, but I can definitely see why it got shelved. And that basically concludes tonight's Wonder After Dark. Oh, actually, there is something down here I would like to show. Okay, so I went to Walmart. I'm not going to give like a crazy story for this, just because we're already, for episode 300, we have to do 300. Yes. Anyway, great suggestion. Anyway, plus for episode 100, we did Wish, which was Disney's 100, so. Anyway, but what I was going to say. Went to Walmart. This was on clearance. This may or may not be a future toy review. I mean, we've done a lot of toy reviews lately, so seems appropriate that I finally have a Thomas thing to review that's, like, new. Or maybe not new as in new, but, yeah. Discord, okay. Oh. Yes, your findings. Pokemon, McDonald's thing. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! VHS tapes. From Dusk Till Dawn 3 on VHS, and Yu-Gi-Oh! On Nintendo Switch. I love how From Dusk Till Dawn looks amongst all the anime. That's a funny combo. But anyway. But yeah, that set right there may or may not be a future toy review. Stay tuned. Because I guess we do toy reviews now. I mean, we started with just movie, from Wonder Till Dark, yep. I mean, we started with just movie reviews, then we did some TV show reviews, then we did some game reviews. I guess now we do toy reviews. Either way, yay or nay to reviewing that set down there on a future episode. Yay or nay? I mean, we did Lego Dimensions and we're still not done. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Lego Dimensions. Yay. Okay. I guess we're doing that. When? I don't know, but sooner than later. And plus, funny you mentioned Lego Dimensions, because, you know, I initially thought I was done after the two-parter I did, but turns out there's much more to cover, but we'll save that for another time. Alright, yeah. Tomorrow, Lego Dimensions The End. Oh, you mean the slow but sure death of Lego Dimensions? Because, okay, I guess we're doing that. I mean that in a good way, by the way. Okay, actually, I guess we can cover both the slow death as well as the other supplemental materials. Because the 3 story packs they released for Dimensions were basically entire Lego games on their own. But yeah, I guess that's tomorrow, which, hey, that's a great one. Okay, anyway, before we go, I'd just like to say, this was a very productive episode. Very good episode. Not as chaotic as usual, but that's not a bad thing. Old School Dave. I don't know anything about you. Don't know who you are, but so far I like you. I think you're cool. I think you're pretty chill. You know, if you can just keep up the chill, don't make any mistakes. So dark, yeah. So far. Anyway, but if you could just keep up the chill, don't make any major mistakes around here. Otherwise, you're cool. Yes, I am aware what me saying so far implies. Oopsie daisy. Okay, but oh, actually, thanks, buddy. Yeah. A quick question before we go. Old school Dave. Do you have any other social medias? Make mistakes, always. Funny. Anyway, do you have any other social medias? You know, Twitter, Discord, etc. Discord. Okay. What's your Discord? Oh, is that literally it? Is it literally the same as your YouTube name? Because I guess that's what this implies. Yep. Okay. Okay, but yeah. All right. Um, I almost forgot what I was going to say. Okay. I actually did almost forget what I was going to say. Okay. Before I go, what did we learn tonight? Because that's usually what I say lately. We're running a little overtime, but what did we learn tonight? What's our takeaway tonight? Our lesson, our moral. What did we learn? We learned that Powerpuff Girls live action is a no. Agree. Agree. I'm just gonna go. Oh, Powerpuff ladies are bad. Yeah. I guess that's the more sexist version, but yeah. Let's go put this over here. All right. Just gonna put this on the desk for now. Whoops. All right. And now the outro. Yep. Especially because we are running a little late, a little overtime. So let me scroll back up here. Also, I have brought Ebola nuggets for you, but will I elaborate further? Nope, because I've said enough. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day.